Going into camp, obviously everybody got the letter from Torts and then they kind of given a heads up as to what to expect, but everybody's going through it together. But what was the first day skate like?
Yeah, it was pretty grueling. I think you try and prepare as much as you can, but the anxiety kind of sets in before the test and everything. But yeah, it was good. It's your legs are burning for sure, and more of a mental grind and getting through it. But I thought the guys did a great job yesterday, and sure we'll have it a little harder here this upcoming week.
A few of the the leaders in the team that we've talked to so far kind of either straight up said or hinted that you guys kind of felt like you needed a coach like Torts to push you guys. Are you sort of that mind as well, that this is kind of exactly what this group needs?
Yeah, I think he's going to be huge for our group. Everyone I've talked to who's played for him absolutely loves him, and the way he cares for his players and has their backs. And I think there's a method to what we're doing here this week and the next week, and to get your legs going and really have that mental grind going into the year. And yeah, I think it's going to be huge for our group. I haven't talked to him much, but I know what he expects, and I'm looking forward to it.
How often, Scott, have you seeked out Cam Atkinson for advice on what he does and how he operates?
Yeah, quite a bit. Boone Jenner, I know from home, who played for him in Columbus for a while. So I've been on the phone with him quite a bit throughout the summer, and just kind of getting the lowdown and everything. But yeah, it's been good so far. He's been straightforward, honest, and that's all you can ask from a coach, I think, is having a guy that kind of there's no gray area. So it's been good for us so far. Yeah, I think he went for an appointment yesterday, so we'll see what comes of that. But obviously, he's working really hard to come back, and he's one of our leaders, and he won the Selkie 2-3 years ago. Like he's an elite player in this league, I think. And if you miss a guy like that, guys are definitely going to have to step up and do some things kind of out of the ordinary. But yeah, we'll see what happens here in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully he can kind of get back to skating and feeling good. But yeah, guys are going to have to step up, and that's a job that it's not going to be one guy. It's going to be a collective effort, and he's huge for our group. And yeah, he's an elite player.
Scott, a couple of times this summer, John Tortorella has said that the impression that he got talking to players and talking to people in the organization was that the locker room was a bit splintered. We asked about it yesterday, and he said kind of what he meant was that he felt like accountability was lacking, and that guys maybe weren't willing to hold each other accountable. Everybody was maybe a little bit too friendly. Is that something that you agree with? And if so, how do you guys go about addressing that problem?
Yeah, I think splintered in the sense of everyone hating each other, something like that was definitely not the case. And you have a 20-win year, and guys aren't pointing fingers, so I think that's a positive of last year. But I agree with them completely about holding guys accountable, and I mean, everyone's friends on the team, but at the same time, I know I can do a better job of it, and I know a bunch of other guys can do a better job of kind of looking at the guy next to you and saying you need more, and but you have to be doing that yourself too. So you can't ask something that you're not giving, and that's going to be huge for us this year of really digging in and seeing what comes out of it, because we're going through a pretty big mental and physical grind right now, and kind of sticking together through it, I think, is going to help our group.
You've told us how deeply you care about the organization. We could tell that it bothered you last season, the way the year went. What would your message be to fans that are also pretty frustrated with how it went as well?
Yeah, we're in it with you. Like I've said it before, I have a deep care for this organization, for the people in it, and there's been a ton of changes and personnel throughout my years here. I've been here for a while, but I mean, we need to get back to what Philly likes. I mean, my first couple of years here, it was unbelievable to play in front of the crowd. My first practice, it was sold out. So we need to get back to being hard to play against, but not just hard to play against, but something that we can put on the ice and be proud of. And yeah, we're in it with them. And yeah.
We just talked about the players and the team identifying with the city, the hardworking city. Is that how the fuel by Philly shirts came about? Has he talked to you about that at all?
Haven't talked about it yet. We had them in our stalls, so all the boys are rolling around in them in the gym and everything like that. But yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Philly's a really hardworking city, and people really enjoy it. You see it at every other sports event, and you can feel it too. So yeah, that's what we're going to put on the ice, I think, and Torch demands it, and we have to be up for the challenge and ready to go.
Last year, it felt like every game has ebbs and flows, but it felt like from period to period, it was almost schizophrenic. It was a really good first period, a really bad second period. So how big of a piece of the identity is that period to period consistency of structure?
Absolutely. I think that's huge. Either we get off to a slow start and have a good second half of the game, or we'd have a terrible second period and can really recover from it. So that's the thing that I think this camp will help, and kind of the new staff will help us through, and just the readiness of being come into play. And I think the biggest thing is the guy next to you knows what they're going to get out of you that night, and being consistent and being dependable. And that's a huge part of it. And you have to have trust in your teammates and do it that way.
I think Delorier said he had some people over his place for a team get together, and it sounds like the team's been doing that. He said he's big on family, but was that nice to kind of get to know some of the new guys and, you know, meet like their significant others?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for all the wives and kind of the kids to get together, and I know I was squirting the water gun with all the kids in the pool. I was the big kid, but no, it was awesome, and I think we need to continue to do that. I think this coming week, guys will be on the couch more often than out and about. But no, it's huge for our group to get those young guys kind of involved, and I think we've done a good job of that in the past of kind of making guys feel welcome. And yeah, it was a good night, and we've had a couple of those too. Thank you.
Scott.